My name is Preston Sanchez. I'm a third-year law student at the University of New Mexico Law School. I grew up in the South Valley of Albuquerque, New Mexico. I went to UNM for my undergrad. I got my degree in sociology and criminology, and I graduated from Albuquerque High in 2003. I'm native. I affiliate with the Pueblo side of my family in Jemez Pueblo. Let me just start from high school. When I was in high school, I was on probation my whole senior year. Not knowing necessarily why, not necessarily knowing how that happened, just part of the mix, getting caught up in everything that goes down, and friends and the craziness that kind of ensues in the city life, And the only person I had that influenced me to go to college, attend higher education, was my uncle, and he was real adamant about me attending, and I didn't want to. It just sounded foreign to me. It didn't make sense. I started to fall in love with it. But at the same time, I was also I had those bad habits, those bad behaviors that I would engage in still. It was just part of the thing. It was just part of growing up. And so I was still getting in trouble, still getting arrested. I think I got arrested 3 times after high school. And it just seemed like all this stuff was just coming down on me, but I still had some hope over here through school. That was always my outlet. But eventually I started to put everything aside, all that sort of behavior. And I guess as I started to mature a little more, I started to get with the groove and started thinking about my life in a positive sort of way. So I gravitated towards criminal justice, the law, things of that nature, like in criminology, because of those experiences that I had. And I remember feeling like there were things that didn't feel right about the way I got arrested, or the way some of the things went down, or not even the times I got arrested, just encounters with cops in general. A lot of times I felt like there was just things I couldn't do. I was being bullied, or that authority goes unchecked. And so I remember just thinking to myself, like, I wish I knew more. I wish I knew more about this. Over the 3 years now that I'm finishing law school, it's rough because you're forced to stay up and work long hours and put in all this focus that you've never really sort of thought about, or you never expected before you get into law school. They tell you it's rough, they tell you it's hard, but I never really knew what to expect. I just know that going through everything I've had to go through as a kid, all the way up through school, those experiences that I had to go through, having to talk to a judge and tell him, don't just wait, give me a chance, I may look like I'm a bad guy, but I'm really not. Let me prove that to you, don't throw me away, don't throw away the key just yet. And I remember a judge giving me a chance, and that was the last time I ever got arrested. It's that sort of experience and those times when my heart's jumping and it's going crazy, things are crazy, that when I come to school and we got projects deadlines and going in front of crowds and talking to people, and that nervousness that sort of sets in is nothing in comparison to some of the things that I had to go through as a youngster. Here in law school now, the community is a lot smaller, so you kind of get to know people, and people get to know you. And I think that was the best part about it, is getting to know people and reaching out to other people, and other people, we bounce ideas off of each other, we bounce experiences off each other, we share those sorts of lifestyles together while we go through this process together. That's the one thing that got me through this. If I would advise any solution, it's to get involved with the community. Whatever community is you're involved, get that community support, because you're going to need that. I have family as well. That's my uncle's still my mentor in life. So if I could recommend anything, it's find somebody that you admire most. Find somebody that you look up to in some ways, and get as much information and feedback from them as you can. For the youngsters, whoever's up and coming, it doesn't matter if they don't want to be a lawyer. It doesn't matter if they don't want to be a doctor, or if they want to be, something. Just encourage them to be the best at what they're going to do.